This episode of Against the Odds is brought to you by Card Kingdom. To pick up the deck and support the show, follow the link in the description box down below. Alright, Against the Odds time. Playing some Darksteel Reactor aggro, Reactor Beatdowns in Modern. This hand isn't insane, but we do have a Tezzeret and indestructible stuff. Swamp for our opponent, and Inquisition can take our pendant. Wouldn't mind drawing our 1-mana stuff, like discard. Takes the pendant. And passes. Alright, that works. Thoughtseize and see what our opponent's got going on. Thoughtseize and Goyf. Well, we're going to take the Thoughtseize and hope that we can survive the Goyf. Because Thoughtseize takes our Tezzeret, and we really want this Tezzeret. Windswept Heath for our opponent, cracks it. Gets a Forest. There's the Goyf as a 3-4. We could also just draw Fatal Push. Well, play Marsh Flats, pass the turn. Hopefully we live long enough for this plan to work. Gets in with the Goyf. Godless Shrine, untapped. Liliana. That's annoying. Well, crack Marsh Flats. Get a Watery Grave. Oh, that was a really good draw for our opponent. We Ensoul Artifact would also be a great draw. That would just snipe Liliana right here. Well, play Darksteel Citadel, pass the turn. Takes up. Will discard Inquisition. Opponent gets in with the Goyf. Yup. Come on, good draw. There it is. That's a very good draw. Ensoul Artifact our Citadel. Lets us kill Liliana. Oh, the runs! Oh my god, the runs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, that's game. Wow. Liliana, Abrupt Decay, Path, Collective Brutality. All in a row. And now it's Fatal Push or Bust for this Tarmogoyf, which is not good. I guess we could also draw another Darksteel. Nope, that doesn't work. Yeah, Fatal Push or Bust. That's, well, I mean, that's magic. Not a Fatal Push, and we will scoop it up. Probably go down a couple of discard spells for Stubborn Denials. Maybe go up the Bantu's Last Reckoning. Try it like that. We get to play first. Oh, this is so close. We're going to keep this. I mean, we need a land, and then we can start making Darksteel Pendant into a real threat. So Marsh Flats, lead on Inquisition, grab a Watery Grave, untapped. Yeah, we'll just take Dark Confidant, I think. Pass to the turn. Vern Catacombs. Opponent, well, come on, land off the top. Well, play Darksteel Axe, pass the turn. Come on, lands! That's what we need, deck. We need lands. Please, please, please. For the love of God, please. Overgrown Tomb, tapped. Marsh Flats. Thoughtseize. That's mostly annoying because it can take Dismember, which is our best answer to our opponent just playing a creature. Takes a Dismember. Oh, come on, deck. Come on, be nice. Be nice one time. Land? Alright, there's a land. Alright, now the fun gets to begin. Hopefully our opponent does not follow this up with Liliana, but Darksteel Axe, indestructible 5/5, beater, down to 12. It's a fast clock. Opponent cracks. Gets a Godless Shrine, tapped. Now Liliana is a bit scary. Ghost Quarter. Tireless Tracker, sure. Also not that scary. So, get in with Darksteel Axe. Opponent's down to 6. Play Darksteel Pendant. And pass the turn. Our opponent can Rhino, but then they're in chump block mode. Opponent. Oh, Maelstrom Pulse to Darksteel Axe. That would be amazing. More track. Ooh, okay. I don't know if this is a good plan for our opponent. Opponent passes. Well, we get to Scry. I think we got to put that to the bottom since it doesn't actually kill anything. Well, make Darksteel Pendant a 5/5. Go attacking. Yes. Okay. Opponent's to 1. No fetch cracking for them. Oh, this is the jankiest of beats. Oh, man. 10 out of 10 jank levels. Who would have thought that Darksteel Reactor would need to be in an aggro deck to work? Who would have thought? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Damnation? Yeah, I'll do that. You can do it. You can do it. Pulse. Yup. I don't think that saves our opponent because we got a Ensoul Artifact to fire up that pendant again. Opponent passes. We draw Fatal Push. Well, Ensoul Artifact. Oh, Reactor aggro. Getting the job done. All right, run it back. Oh, the jankiest of jank beats. It does not get jankier. And okay, no lands means no deal for this hand. Yep, going to 6. Ugh. Okay, this hand is slow, but we do get a scry, and we're on the draw. Yeah, I think we need something quicker than another reactor. Marsh flats for our opponent, and passes. Not more lands. Well, that's slightly quicker. Marsh flats, go. Opponent apparently looking for lands. Cracks marsh flats. Swamp. And Inquisition. So I can take our Ingot. Still have Tez and Reactor, though. Upside a Reactor. Dodges Inquisition. Ooh, and they did find a land. Okay. Well, crack marsh flats. Grab a Watery Grave. Come on. Good draw. Well, play Polluted Delta. Pass the turn. Things are going a tiny bit slower than we'd like. Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. Land number 3, Temple Garden. Untapped. And Tireless Tracker. Well, leave this uncracked in case we draw Fatal Push. Like that. Crack Polluted Delta. Grab a Swamp. Fatal Push Tracker. Play Darksteel Shores, pass the turn. Well, this is a big turn. Tezzeret on an empty board would be pretty good. Opponent has a land. And a Goyf. Alright. Well, Marsh Flats, crack it. That's a lot of lands. Grab our last Swamp. Play a Reactor. Pass the turn. See what our opponent's got. Liliana's super bad. As is Path. Opponent gets in for 5. We take it. Grim Flayer. Come on, good draw. We get a counter. Oh, deck. Well, play Academy Ruins. Play Tezzeret. Make Reactor into a 5/5. If our opponent has Path, we're pretty much just dead. Pass the turn. Also Liliana. We've drawn a few too many lands. Alright, there goes Tezzeret. Makes Goyf bigger. Plays a land. Attacks. Well, we are going to take 6 and kill Grimflayer. Opponent cracks. Oh, do they have another Goyf? Okay, tap land. Come on, good draw. Oh, deck. Oh, this draw's been as bad as possible. Pass the turn. Tireless Tracker. Opponent passes. Reactor up to 3. Oh, well, that's a good draw. Combo. It's a combo. There goes your board. Here comes our Darksteel Reactor, hitting you down to 10. And now the pressure is on our opponent. They got to find something. A Path, a Liliana, even blockers, or we are just going to react our way to this win against Abzan. Up to 4 counters. Not that that's a big calling card here. Get in with Darksteel Reactor. Put our opponent to 5. Oh, man. This is it. Play the Citadel. Are we going to get this win? Did it happen? Our opponent needs a draw. They need a top deck. Reactor aggro? Is it? Is it really it? Oh! Whoa! Oh! Nice Goyf. Oh my god. Sweet. Sweet. We'll take it. Alright, against the odds time. Reactor aggro in Modern. And I mean, we'll keep this. We have turn 3 Tezzeret's Touch on Darksteel Shores. Opponent leads on a Swamp. And Shrieking Affliction. This is going to be interesting. I think if we can get Tezzeret's Touch on Citadel, we win. Crack Delta. So get Watery Grave tapped. Actually, that greatly improves our odds. Now we have 2 Tezzeret's Touch, which means it should be hard for our opponent to get rid of them. I guess Dismember or Liliana is an out afterwards, but Blooming Marsh. Oh, opponent's on Spiciness. Wrenchmind. Well, Darksteel Reactor doing its job. eating the Wrenchmind. And passes. Well, as much as I'd love to Thoughtseize, I think a better plan is just to Tezzeret's Touch. Hope our opponent doesn't have Liliana. Pass the turn. So they need Dismember or Liliana to race this Darksteel Citadel. Shrieking Affliction. Okay. Funeral Charm. Okay. And passes. Well, let's get in for 5. I think we actually Thoughtseize, as odd as this feels. Opponent's just got lands. Hold on to our cards. Pass the turn. Opponent passes. Well, get in with Citadel. Play Darksteel Shores. Pass the turn. Opponent's down to 10. Ooh, the jankiness. Oh no, not Liliana. Please not Liliana. Oh, smallpox? So we discard Reactor, sack Citadel, sack Dark Slick Shores. Good news is we get back our Citadel, so our opponent still needs another top deck. Plays a Blooming Marsh, and passes. So Citadel, do it again. They need another draw. Pass the turn. Come on. No Liliana, no Smallpox. Plays a land. The Rack, okay. Out of cards. So our opponent has one turn to kill Citadel. Get in with our Darksteel Citadel. This is it. They got to draw Liliana, Dismember, or Smallpox. This one draw. And they didn't. And they scoop it up. Whoo, we got there. Sweet. So 8 Rack A. We don't really have a way to kill the Racks after they're on the battlefield. I don't know if our discard plan is very good. We might rather just have Stubborn Denials. I guess we can bring in like Relics too over Dismember, Fatal Push, and maybe Pithing Needles over Fatal Push Inquisition. Try it like that. That gives us a lot more 1 mana plays. I'm not excited about this keep, but I don't want to mulligan against 8 Rack. And there goes Tezzeret's Touch. Yup. That's a bit unfortunate. Opponent passes. Well, play Polluted Delta, pass the turn. Swamp for our opponent. And Wrench Mine will discard Darksteel Reactor, which has been good at being discarded to Wrench Mine this match. Grab a Watery Grave. Play Darksteel Axe. Play Dark Slick Shores, pass the turn. Now we need a way to turn Darksteel Axe into a creature real quick. Opponent. There's the Liliana. Well, this would be a good turn to draw it. Discard Marsh Flats. Pendant, well, we're going to play Pendant for scrying purposes. And there's Dark Slick Shores, pass the turn. There's a Rack. Yup. Wrench Mind. Alright, discard Darksteel Ingot. Discard Polluted Delta. Well, if we can scry into a way to turn this on, I think we actually got to keep that, unfortunately. It stops Liliana, although we're getting racked. So Pithing Needle on Liliana. Pass the turn. So now we just got to find a way to kill our opponent before we get racked. Opponent's going to have a lot of dead draws. But we need to hit a way to turn this on like this turn. Citadel to the bottom. Take 3. We put you to the bottom, Citadel. Well, pass the turn. Try to soak up some rack damage. Opponent passes. Well, come on deck. Even Tezzeret works now. Land to the bottom. Take 2. Pass the turn. Oh, we're just not finding it. Mutavault. Well, let's scry. Pendant to the bottom. Come on, deck. More lands. Pass the turn. Oh, no! We've scryed so much, but it has mattered so little. Raven's Crime. Well, we'll discard the island. Oh, that Raven's Crime was a good draw, wasn't it? Raven's Crime. Discard Stubborn Denial. And I think this means we're dead. Oh, that Raven's Crime was insanely good. Let's scry. Oh, there's Tezzeret's Touch, but I think it's just too late. I don't think we can win the race. So we take 3 to 7. Tezzeret's Touch the Pendant. Yeah, it's just too late. Oh, if they hand-drawn Raven's Crime. Hit our opponent for 5. No, our opponent. Pass the turn. Opponent. Fires up Mutavault. Drop to 5. Drop to 3. Yeah, there's no draws that save us here. Yep, alright. Well, that was super close. Oh, that Raven's Crime. Brutal. Yeah, run it back. I mean, I think this is the setup. Alright, we're on the play. And, alright, I mean, we'll keep this. This hand is close to being pretty good. So lead on Dark Slick Shores, pass the turn. Swamp for our opponent. And Raven's Crime. Alright, we'll discard a Swamp. Play Citadel, pass the turn. Swamp for our opponent. Ravens... Oh, Inquisition, okay. Inquisition has a couple options. Take Stubborn Denial. And Shrieking Affliction. Well, Swamp, Darksteel Ingot, pass the turn. I mean, this is a slightly greedy line. We could have made a tap 5/5, but if we can get down Tezzeret, it's so good. Opponent passes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Play Tezzeret. Tick up. Grab a Relic of Progenitus. and pass the turn. Tezzeret's pretty helpful here. Gonna hold the relic for a future wrench mine. Opponent finds a land. We can just go 10 power next turn if we want to. Opponent passes. We draw an ingot, so play the island. Tezzeret's touch the citadel. Turn on the ingot. Attack for 10. Put our opponent to 10. And they're going to need something pretty good to not be dead to the Ultra Jank beats. Opponent plays a land. I mean, do they have an out? They're indestructible. Smallpox, okay. So, discard Tezzeret, sack Citadel, sack Island, get back our Citadel. Opponent passes. So, Pithing Needle on Liliana, play Citadel, turn on Citadel, play Relic, get in for 5. And now we have a ton of buffers to Smallpox. And I think we got there. Oh, it's so janky, but it's working. Liliana, yup, you've been needled. And that should be game. And our opponent scoops it up. Reactor aggro. Getting the job done. Against the odds time. Playing some Mulligan in Modern. I guess this is fine. We have a ton of interaction. Academy Ruins, I think, to the bottom. Below the Delta for our opponent. Cracks it. So probably some sort of Death Shadow deck, I would assume. Opponent has Inquisition. Ugly Inquisition. Alright. Watery Grave, untapped. And Inquisition. Definitely taking Pyromancer. Pass the turn. Well, if we can get to this Tezzeret, we might be in pretty good shape. There's a Bloodstained Mire. Opponent passes. Well, play Darkslick Shores. Play Inquisition. Well, take a Thought Scour. Play Darksteel Axe. Lingering Souls is actually kind of annoying. Pass the turn. Like, our stuff is bigger, but Lingering Souls blocks so many of our 5/5s. Opponent cracks. And they find a land? Alright, no land. That's good news. Well, play Marsh Flats, pass the turn. Opponent just runs out of Snapcaster. Yup, sure. And gets in with Snapcaster. Yup. Oh, man. This Tezzeret's gonna get countered, isn't it? Serum Visions. Ooh, maybe not. Okay. Leaves on top, leaves on top. Well, Crag Marsh Flats. Get a Watery Grave. Tapped. Play Citadel. Play Tezzeret. Well, let's make Axe a 5/5. If they drew Path, then they drew Path, and we get wrecked. No attacks, though. We want to make another 5/5 next turn. I'm assuming our opponent kept a land on top for Lingering Souls. But 2 5/5s, that might be enough to race. Opponent, Steam Vents, untapped. And, ooh, alright. That's annoying. That's certainly annoying. Kolaghan's Command takes down Tezzeret. Well, now we want a way to turn Darksteel Citadel on. So get in with Darksteel Axe. Play Darksteel Pendant. Pass the turn. At least we get to start scrying. Alright, there's Pyromancer. And Death Shadow. Okay. And, well, we'll start scrying. Definitely keeping Tezzeret. Play the land. Alright. Play Tezzeret. Make Pendant a 5/5. Do we go attacking is the question. I think we just pass. And make our opponent suicide into our indestructible stuff if they want to kill Tezzeret. There's the Lingering Souls. Makes a token. No attacks. Well, we get to scry. Put to bottom. Ooh. Well, make Citadel a 5/5. And pass the turn. How do we get through all these tokens? Opponent, gonna kill our Tezzeret. Yup. Tezzeret down. Flashes back Lingering Souls. That is a lot of flyers. Well, let's scry. Yeah, Reactor to bottom. I think we just need a Fatal Push. Opponent has Path too. Yikes. Yikes. Now I think we're in trouble. Well, kill Death Shadow. Attack with everything. Our opponent just has so many chumpers. This will get better after sideboarding when we bring in our sweepers that don't impact us. Opponent chumps. Pass the turn. Opponent gets in, doesn't get in, get in. Leaves back a blocker. They probably have another Lingering Souls or something. Yep, hits us for 8, putting us to dead next turn. Tasigur, that's a blocker. We draw Dead Thoughtseize, which means dead us. Well, let's see what's in our opponent's hand and then scoop. Go bring in our Damnations and Bantu's Last Reckonings. It's a fatal push. Alright. So, we got some good sideboard cards for this matchup, which will be helpful. We get Collective Brutalities over Thoughtseizes. We get Relics of Progenitus, and we get our Sweepers. We go down Dismember. We go down another Thoughtseize. Go down Stubborn Denial could be okay too, actually. What else do we cut? We might have to go down one Reactor, and I guess Inquisitions? Try it like that? Alright, we get to play first. And, okay. A little land light, but we'll give it a shot. Polluted Delta, crack it, grab a Watery Grave, and Inquisition. Let's take Lingering Souls. Maybe there's a chance we can exile it with Relic. If we draw a land, we can. Polluted Delta. Opponent passes. Land, please? No. Oh boy. Well, we might be pretty punished for this keep. Opponent cracks. Yup. Oh, the nightmares. Untapped. Well, pass the turn. Yeah, we are in a smidge of trouble. Missing the land drops. Exile a card. Opponent gets to keep their Lingering Souls. Oh, a land would have been so good. Well, it was a risky keep. Watery Grave, untapped. Opponent flashes back Lingering Souls. We draw non-land, which means we gotta just crack Relic and non-land. Oh, well, that's how this one ends. Well, I mean, I guess in hindsight, we maybe should have mulled. Opponent Thought Scours. Plays a Swamp. Would they draw into a big Delve thing? There's Tasigur. Yep. Man. Gets in for 2. There's a land. Unfortunately, I think this is just too late. We can play a Pendant. We can start trying to play defense, but we needed to be doing this 2 turns ago. Goes to combat. Gets in for 6. Oh, God. More Lingering Souls. Holy. Well, play Citadel, play Tezzeret's Touch. I guess there's some world where we draw our 1 Bantu's Last Reckoning and it resolves and we go from there, but seems unlikely. Blood Crypt for our opponent, untapped. Pyromancer. Oh my god. Well, well, that's why you don't keep one-landers, boys and girls. Alright, against the odds time. Playing some more Reactor aggro. Beatdowns in Modern, and we'll try this. I mean, we need a land, but if we get a land, we have lots of indestructible things. Let's Darksteel Citadel, pass the turn. Little risky to not have any early game interaction, but what's our opponent up to? Windswept Heath, cracks it. Temple Garden, untapped. And, Elves. Alright, well, Darksteel Shores go. I guess this isn't the worst. We're going to start making indestructible stuff. I'm just not sure that that can beat Elves without removal. Forest. And, oh boy, Heritage Druid. That's a lot of mana potential. And the Sentinel. Well, maybe we shouldn't have kept this hand. If we had known we were playing Elves, oh boy. Dwynen's Elite, free, sends it untaps. Actually, it makes a mana. Sends it untaps Nettle Sentinel. So you can tap all 3. Oh, alright. Well, not tapping all 3. Still think we're pretty dead, though. Play Ingot. Play Darksteel Axe. Pass the turn. Yeah, our opponent has so much mana. Overgrown Tomb. Untapped. Opponent. Beaten down with the most of the crew. Yep. Leaving back Collected Company mana. Oh boy. Or Shaman of the Pack mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down to 8. I mean, I guess we can live one more turn, maybe. So make Ingot, blah blah blah, indestructible, etc. But actually, can we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh boy, and nick those. Ooh, the manas. So block Shaman, go to 1. Huh? Oh, they have Collected Company too? Or Cord? Yikes. Oh, man. Yep, there's a Lord, and that does it. But we get to bring in a bunch of good stuff. 2 Collected Brutalities, a Bantu's Last Reckoning, 2 Damnations. Go down Thoughtseize, Inquisition. Go down 1 Reactor. It might just be more discard. Maybe we just go 2 Thoughtseizes for discard. Let's try it like that. Alright, we get to play first. And, ooh, alright. Well, no way to turn on our creatures, but we do have Damnation. And even Ramp to make sure we get to it. So let's just Darksteel Citadel and Darksteel Axe. Pass the turn. Windswept Heath for our opponent. Cracks it. Overgrown Tomb, untapped. And Llanowar Elves. Play Polluted Delta. Pass the turn. Pretty much just counting on this Damnation. Temple Garden, untapped. And Visionary. And Nettle Sentinel. Well, hopefully we live long enough to damnate. Shun. Grab Watery Grave. Ooh. Alright, well, new plan. Marsh Flats, crack it. Grab a Swamp. And just start the beatdowns. The old Axe and Scissors plan. Hit our opponent down to 10. And remember, our stuff survives the Damnation. Alright, there's Coco. I'd rather have them Coco now into the Damnation. Unless they hit, okay, Dwynen's Elite, like a Selfless Spirit, and an Archdruid. Alright, this is actually great for us. We take a huge bunch of damage, but then we just Damnation and hopefully win with Darksteel Axe. Yup, here they come. Hit us for 5. Down to 13. A Watery Grave and Damnation. the Axe and Scissors are unaffected. And now we have another hasty 5/5 for next turn to hopefully finish it off. Elvish Mystic, sure. And Dwynen's Elite. Well, our opponent's not just dead, but they are in Ultra Abyss mode. They just have to chump block like crazy. Well, yeah. Let's just Tezzeret's Touch. Opponent's got a double chump. Dwynen's Elite was good for them, though. That does give them 2 chumpers in 1 creature. Hit our opponent. Blocks and blocks. Okay. Pass the turn. There's a forest. The jankiest of jank beats, but it's working. Ooh, lead the Stampede. That's fine. And scoops it up. Sweet. Well, that was pretty good for our scissors and such. Alright, I guess we run it back. This seems like a fine setup. And, alright, we have the interaction hand, which is good. Thoughtseize into Brutality, into Dismember. Hopefully find a way to fire up this Darksteel Axe. And that could be enough. It's possible. Llanowar Elves for our opponent. Well, let's actually just, Dismember. Well, we're getting a Swamp. Let's Thoughtseize, I think is fine, hopefully. Mystic, Coco, and Nettle Sentinel. Take Elvish Mystic. Then next turn our opponent plays Nettle Sentinel. We kill Nettle Sentinel, 2-mode the Brutality to get Coco. And hopefully we draw into like a Tezzeret or something. We took Mystic because I was worried about our opponent playing Pendelhaven, having 2 1/1s and protecting them. But looks like that's not the plan. Gets in with the Llanowar. Yup. Down to 16. There's the Nettle Sentinel. We'll play the Citadel. Collective Brutality, 2 modes. Kill your Nettle Sentinel, take your Collected Company. Discard Darksteel Reactor. Darksteel Reactor has gotten a lot of fringe value. We've discarded it to Wrench Mines against our opponents. Discard it to our own Collective Brutalities. Just overflowing with value. Opponents just got 2 lands, and we still have 2 removal spells. All we need a clock. We need a clock for, hopefully, the win. Which means a way to turn this on. Opponent gets in for 1 with the Llanowar Elves. Pumps it. Sure. Down to 14. And passes. We draw more lands. We'll play Darksteel Axe. Play Marsh Flats. Pass the turn. Collected Company is still scary. Opponent gets in. Yep. Alright, since we have so many removal spells, let's kill it. Stop taking 2. Come on, Tezzeret. Oh, Tezzeret would be absurdly good here. Stay at 14. Opponent follows up with Nettle Sentinel. Well, crack Marsh Flats. Watery Grave. Tapped. Play Watery Grave. Tapped. Pass the turn. Leave up our Dismember. There's an Archdruid. Well, we gotta kill that. Opponent gets in with Nettle Sentinel. So we take 2, kill the Archdruid. Come on, Tezzeret! What time? Oh, Tezzeret would just win us this game. Opponent's out of cards. Come on. Ugh. More Citadels. That's not good. Oh, now we might lose. Oh, that's 2 creatures. Damnation, Bantu's Last Reckoning. Oh, man. Come on, deck. Come on. Don't do this to us. We're so close. Down to 9. Oh, come on. We can do it. That is not ideal. Darksteel Pendant. Scry 1. Land definitely to the bottom. I think we got to stop upkeep and scry again. We're getting to the Damnation or Bust part of the game. We're taking 6, which means we literally are Damnation or Bust here. Wow. Deck. It looks so good to start. Izuri. Well, now we're double Damnation or Bust. Oh no. Are we going to lose to Elves? No. Opponent gets in for 5. Well, come on, Pendant. Show us that Damnation. We have 2 in our deck. Nothing else matters. So upkeep stops that. Pendant. Scry. Damnation. Tezzeret's Touch. Where were you earlier? To the bottom. Oh, come on. Damnation? Oh, and that's the game. Alright. Oh, boy. Oh, dear. I mean, Elves puts a lot of things on the battlefield. And really need Damnation. Alright, against the odds time. Playing some Reactor Beatdown in Modern. And, I mean, I guess this is fine. Good enough to try, at least. Would like another land or two, but, what can we do? Polluted Delta, opponent cracks it. Overgrown Tomb. Untap, down to 17. And Inquisition. Well, I don't know what our opponent takes here. Takes Inquisition. Darksteel Reactor was not the draw we were hoping for here. We need lands and cheap stuff. Opponent cycles Street Wraith. Plays a Watery Grave. And a Tarmogoyf. Well, I guess we just dismember this Goyf. Pass the turn. Hope our opponent doesn't have a follow-up threat. Or that we manage to draw lands and get our... boy. Huh. Oh, my goodness. Well, come on, deck! Give us some lands for us to play Magic. Nope. We will continue to draw 4 drops. Oh, we've drawn literally 50% of the 4 drops in our entire deck. We also have 23 lands, which is arguably too many for this deck. There's a land. All right, we're doing it. We're doing it slowly. We need another one still, since we're 4 dropped on hand. Bone it. Thoughtseize. They do have a lot of discard. Takes a Tezzeret. Down to 11. And, come on, land. All right, there's a land. Well, that's good news. This means we get to get down our Tezzeret and start doing fun Tezzeret-y things. And with how slow this is, we might actually be favored again. Except we just put 2 Fatal Pushes to the bottom, but whatever. We can start reactoring and turning reactors into 5/5s. Ooh, that's a good draw. So play Citadel, play Reactor. We'll make that a 5/5. Reactor aggro! Oh, they have Dismember? Alright, well, sure. I mean, I guess that's a thing? Unfortunately for our opponent, I mean, we have Darksteel Citadel. We have more artifacts. So it's going to keep happening. Traverse. So I'm assuming our opponent gets a Death Shadow. Yup. There's a Death Shadow. Oh, Well, we play Pendant, make it a 5/5, playing Soul Artifact, and pass the turn. Opponent finds Polluted Delta. Can they beat? The Reactor beats. We can make another 5/5 next turn. This deck is ridiculous. It's so sweet, though. Opponent, they might not be where they want to be. And passes. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Play our namesake Darksteel Reactor. Make it a 5/5. Play Polluted Delta. And, I guess we just start attacking. Alright. Opponent abrupts decays. Deals with then Soul Artifact. And blocks. And unblocks. I mean, they might as well block. Alright, pass the turn. We still have a blocker back. Opponent cracks down to 6. Blood Crypt tapped. They should not have non-dismember ways of killing our stuff. Bloodstained Mire. And... Really? Oh my goodness. They have Teamer Battle Rage become immense. Is that really? Those are their cards? Oh, that is unfortunate. Oh! Alright, I guess our opponent was just hoping we didn't block. Okay, that works. So, Death Shadow, Death Shadow, Death Shadow. How do we beat Death Shadow? We want our removals. Maybe our Bantu's Last Reckoning is good. Going down a Thoughtseize. Maybe we just go down Thoughtseizes, period. Maybe we bring in Relics. Go down Dismember is not guaranteed to work. And an Inquisition. Try it like that. Whew! Well, what's our hand look like? Ooh. Alrighty. Well, let's see how much discard our opponent has, but we potentially have the turn 2 Darksteel Axe Beatdown. Sounds pretty good either way, though. Opponent, Overgrown Tomb, Inquisition of Kozilek. Can take something. Probably takes the Ensoul artifact, I assume. Yep. Alright. Well, Marsh Flats, crack it, grab a Swamp, and Darksteel Axe. Pass the turn. Unfortunately, our plan's a bit slow now without having a Ensoul artifact. Another Inquisition. Takes Ingot. Interesting. I think Pendant is better than Ingot, actually. No land for our opponent. Draws a card. Well, play Citadel. Play Pendant. The upside of Pendant is at least it lets us scry, which I think is better than the mana from Ingot. And our opponent scoops it up. Cannot find the land. Take that shadow. Oh, they're getting so out. Jank, this deck. Who would have thought this deck would work? It should not work. It should not work. All right. Against odds time. Playing some, oh boy, Reactor aggro in Modern. We're on the draw. We keep this, I think. I mean, the upside of this hand is we potentially have a turn 2 Darksteel Axe. Opponent passes. Land? Land deck? Oh boy. All right, well, no land, but Darksteel Axe. Pass the turn. Come on, land! Land for the 5/5 on turn 2 with haste. That's like the best thing our deck can do is draw a land here. Uh-oh. If this is Storm, then I'm very scared. Looks like Storm, so very scared. Land, please? Oh no. Well, I guess we're on the Darksteel Axe Tron plan. Also not playing anything. Well, it was a risky keep. One lander with a lot of upside, but upside for the scissors, not paying off. Maybe our opponent's playing like Blue Moon? Well, there's a Citadel. So let's play... I mean, we gotta go for it. Soul Artifact. Ooh, no counter. Okay. Well, the clock is on, opponent. Blue-red decks. I mean, Cryptic, I guess, is an answer. Otherwise, they shouldn't be very good at dealing with a Darksteel Axe wearing scissors. Opponent. Got him. We got him. Another one? Another scissors? That would be so sweet. The Scissor Axe. Oh, it is Blue Moon. We don't really care about Blood Moon either. Not significantly, at least. That's a land. Well, this actually changes the clock. I can't believe we're doing this. So we so we have an axe wearing scissors equipped with an axe. Oh, that's gotta be the most ridiculous way I've... Oh, man. Not Cryptic. If we win, it's gotta be the most... Oh! Oh, counter bounce. Well, I think we just attack, because we don't want them to counter bounce. So if they Cryptic bounce... Okay, it's just Snapcaster for blocking. Yup. Yup. Play Pendant. Opponent remands. Alright, pass the turn. Oh, come on, axes. It's gotta be the most ridiculous way that I've ever won a game of Modern. Assuming it works. Opponent, Snapcaster, for Certain Visions. Yup. Leaves 2 on top. And passes. Oh, we can't Oh, now we can Tezzeret's Touch. Okay. I can't stop laughing at this. Axtron with scissors and Tezzeret's Touch. Opponent jumps, drops to 1. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Through the breach? Does this do it? I don't think so. Emrakul. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, the axes! The axes stand! They live! Oh my god. Oh my god. Sweet. Okay. So, sideboarding. I guess we bring in Stubborn Denials and go down Fatal Pushes. Maybe our Graveyard Hate. Dismember doesn't seem great. Can bring in Relic, go down, I guess 1 Reactor, try it like that. And yeah, we'll keep this. I mean, we got some discard. and a Stubborn Denial. Steam Vents for our opponent. Well, let's play a Swamp and Inquisition. We will take the Threads, pass the turn. Opponent plays a land and passes. Now, let's Inquisition. Alright, opponent counters. I guess we could have played Stubborn Denial mana. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a land and passes. Well, let's play Citadel, run out Ingot. If our opponent wants to counter, that's fine. Yep, counters. Pass the turn. Plays a Stomping Grounds and passes. I think we just played Darksteel Pendant. Snapcaster for rejection. Okay. Yep, alright, whatever. Play Marsh Flats. I don't think we want to waste our Stubborn Denial on anything but Through the Breach, which would just beat us. Plays a land. Opponent. Yeah, it's in with Snapcaster. Sure. Well, crack Marsh Flats. Get a Watery Grave. Tapped. Play a Watery Grave. Untapped. Tezzeret's Touch our Citadel. And get in for 5. This also makes Stubborn Denial a hard counter. Opponent down to 13. Oh, man. Denied? Yeah. Denied. Yup. Come on. Don't draw another one. I mean, maybe they're just trying to get the counter out of our hand. Opponent passes. Oh, man. Well, that's good news. Get in with Citadel. Now we just got to sit on our Stubborn Denial. Pass the turn. Denied? Yes! Denied again! Oh, they keep drawing through the breaches, but they keep getting denied. So we get in with Darksteel Citadel. Now we gotta go Shields down. Play Reactor. This gives us lethal next turn with Tezzeret. Opponent does some looting. There's a Cerm Vision. And we get a counter, but we're not the Reactor counter deck. We're the Reactor aggro deck. I guess we play Marsh Flats. Play Tezzeret. Reactor for lethal? This is the jankiest deck I've ever continually won with. It is ultra jank. Oh, this is the best. This is the best. And that does it. Photo scoops it up. The deck that couldn't lose but should never win. Sweet. So what do we learn this week about Reactor Beatdown in Modern? And I can't believe I'm saying this, but the deck actually worked. We got in 6 matches, and we won 4 of them. Good for a 66.6666% win percentage, and a few more 6s on the end. Also, 15 games with winning 9, which is 60%, so above average, like very good winning record with Reactor Beatdown of all things. Perhaps even more impressive, we played a lot of real decks. We played against Jund, which is tier. We played against 8-Rack, which is top 8 of the last tournament. We played against 2 different Death Shadow builds, a blue-red Breach deck, Elves. Those are all like tier 1, tier 2 decks in Modern, and Reactor Beatdown apparently just had their numbers. So, as weird as it sounds, just making a 5/5 indestructible is apparently very strong in Modern. We can do it as soon as turn 2. Really, turn 3 is a bit more realistic. Tezzeret was great. Darksteel Reactor, not only can it turn into a huge beater, but it was also very good at discarding to Collective Brutalities and to Wrench Mines and the like. So overall, the deck was just really impressive. The plan of just hitting our opponent with discard or removal on turn 1, indestructible artifact, beat down with that as a 5/5, was very game winning. Tezzeret was absolutely insane because it can make multiple artifacts indestructible. So it's basically like Darksteel Tribal is pretty much where we were at. And I didn't expect this deck to be very good, but it actually seemed to be really powerful. The big deal was we just blanked our opponent's removal. I mean, yes, some percentage of decks have Path, but for the most part, people are relying on Fatal Pushes. They're relying on Lightning Bolts. removal spells like that, and our deck just laughs in the face of those kind of removal spells, and our creatures are not only bigger, but they're indestructible, which actually was very relevant. There was a few times post-sideboarding where we would make a big threat, we would be able to Damnation or Bantu's Last Reckoning, kill all our opponent's stuff, keep beating down. Having 5 power means our clock is very consistent and fast. It usually takes, maximum 4 hits, but often with things like fetch lands, it's 3 attacks, and sometimes we get 2 or 3 indestructible 5/5 artifacts going, our Darksteel Beatdown plan, and it was good. It was good. So I was very surprised that this deck actually worked. I was thinking that it was going to be pretty janky, like we'd probably steal a win now and then, but it actually was weirdly competitive in a way I would not expect. We did occasionally have problems with 2 things. Problem 1 was we would occasionally just not draw our pieces. While we have a ton of redundancy, we have 18 indestructible Darksteel artifacts, and then we have 12 ways to make those into creatures. There were still a couple of games where we just never found all the pieces. We'd have our Darksteel Axe, which is pretty silly on its own, never find a Tezzeret or a Tezzeret's Touch or an Soul artifact. So that happened sometimes. The other thing we struggled with was just go wide decks, like Young Pyromancer, Lingering Souls, Elves, but that's a pretty easy solution. We could play more Damnations. We could even play Sweepers in the main deck if that was a major issue that we were concerned about, because our deck is super resilient to any sort of Sweepers. So that's a very solvable problem, but those are the 2 main things that we lost to. Occasionally ourselves, but more likely opponents that had cards that made multiple creatures, because while our artifacts are super huge and good at attacking, they don't have trample. So Lingering Souls shuts down a single Darksteel Reactor in creature form for 4 turns by itself, while your opponent's drawing more cards, playing more creatures, lightning bolting our face, all that kind of stuff. But overall, Reactor Beatdown was insane. It worked out way better than I ever could have imagined in a million years. So super happy with it. It was fun. It was interesting. We got some crazy wins. The best, obviously, was the Axe equipped with the Axe, enchanted with Ensoul artifact, surviving Emrakul. That has to be one of my all-time favorite wins in Modern, period. Like, it doesn't get any more absurd than that. So it was a lot of fun, and yeah, I'm surprised. I can't believe that it worked, but it was amazing. So anyway, that's our Against the Odds for this week. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay videos, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.